Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. We are back on some MX bikes here, and you can see this very pretty looking sand track in the background right here. This is Olivier DK's newest creation. It is on the shop as of yesterday or the day before, I believe, so I'm a little bit slow to the party on this one. It is a sand track, and it is Hen Harad? One of those. And it's his second release that he's gone to the shop so far. And it is inclusive of, I guess, 1.5 tracks. We've got this big old sand track over here. And then if I do a quick 180 in the background, we've got a tiny little pit bike one. We'll see if I feel like tackling that at some point a little bit later on. But I enjoy my sand tracks. I enjoyed the last one by Olivier that I played. So I'm kind of hoping for more of the same here as well. I've gone a little bit all out in terms of reshade, because in the preview video that he done, he had some quite like harsh reshade settings on. So if I turn reshade off, you can see it's a completely different track. But I'm going to leave these on for today and hopefully not blind ourselves too much, but I just think it looks really pretty. I like the whole sunset vibe. The textures look good, and hopefully it flows well too. I will be riding the, where is it, all the way over there. We're going for the Fantic 450 today. I'm going to see how that goes, because I've kind of been vibing with it recently. So without further ado, let's get into it.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Okie dokie, let's see what this is all about then. So, actually, no, let's not see what this is all about. I need to make one more change. Completely went into automatic mode there. So I still run the medium tyres on sand tracks, but I don't know what to run for the front, because I usually run mid-soft 90 and everything, but then that wouldn't make sense here. Let me just run mediums full stop, because I believe the medium tyres, they are still grippier than the sand tyres are right now. Which again, I think whenever we do get the newest OEM update, I'm very interested to see what they do in regards to the tyres, because I don't believe it was ever their intention for the mediums to be grippier than, as grippy as they are, like to this extent. It's absolutely crazy, especially on sand tracks. Like you'd expect sand tyres to be the best option on sand tracks, but I think that was just a little oversight on the last release. So I'm very intrigued to see what happens, see if they change much, because it'll kind of affect the entirety of how the game is played, really. The tyres are the base, you know? Like, if you get the tyres right, then the bike's the next step. You can have like the best bike in the world. If the tyres don't allow you to ride how you want to ride, then it's never going to matter. They kind of go hand in hand with each other. So let's see what this track's all about. I know nothing of this track. I watched half a lap of Olivier's preview, which he put up on the store for us. So other than that, I'm going a little bit blind here, but I'm going to keep looking over at the track map on the right-hand side just to see what jumps coming up. Holy moly. That's a big jump with not much of a landing to get away with. You've got to be quite precise there. Okay. It looks like my reshade settings are absolutely destroying my map on the right. But I'm guessing YouTube's making that look even fuzzier than it actually is. But it's even fuzzy for me. So yeah, note to self: don't blind yourselves too much. Although I do like this whole kind of like, you know, sun in your eyes kind of vibe. Makes the shadows look really defined. Makes you feel like you're riding around either very early morning or getting late into the evening as well. Sun's starting to set low, it's in your eyes, you can't see the ruts on the face of the jump, so on and so forth. I have some, I would say, good old memories of racing like that back in the day, but I do remember one or two of the tracks I'd go to when it would get a little bit later on in the day and the sun started getting a bit lower. It was just impossible to see some of the ruts on the jump faces, and a little bit sketchy, especially someone like me who is not the most talented rider on the planet. Just kind of end up rolling your way around the tracks. I don't want to send that. That's always something that I was quite scared of when I was riding anyway. Even up to this point, to be fair, is jumps that have like super rutted faces on them. I was always so scared of just getting it a little bit wrong and the bike kicking out and just wadding myself. So I know that I've not got the skill, or I've not got the technique to correct that. Like, you see all the pros on TV, even they can get like the most disgusting kick off the face of a jump, just instantly snap it back into position, just like it's all muscle memory, it's just instantaneous. Always very impressive. Probably a reason why I don't like sand tracks and stuff, because you see videos when people were racing on tracks like Learot back in the day, for example, like every single jump their back end would just yeet out to the side and they have to save it and bring it back around. It's all Very, very impressive. We survived. So, Fantic 450. As we all know, I'm doing a little bit of soul searching in regards to what bikes to ride for Supercross, because whilst I do still believe the KTM is going to be the main attraction, because it's the bike that everyone seems to enjoy, I don't want to do the same thing as everybody unless like I really, really have to. So I've been dabbling in other bikes, I'm messing around on the Fantic a little bit recently, and I really, really like it 90% of the time. And then the other 10%, it just does weird things with the front end for me, which I can't really explain. Do you need better timing? Like, I feel like the KTM would have survived that. You know, there's just a lot of like weird front end tucky issues that I have on this bike, which is really, really annoying. And to be fair, I feel like at the moment it happens more on outdoors than Supercross, so it might even just be better in Supercross. But for whatever reason, this bike loves whoops. With whatever setup I've managed to scramble together on it, it absolutely munches whoops, which makes me really enjoy it. But then I struggle in the corners, so it's like, oh, do you give and take? Do you do a little bit? Because the KTM setup I like in a lot of places, but I don't like it too much in the whoops. I find it quite stiff. So it's oh wait, I'm fighting a losing battle here. There's never anything that I'm fully 100% comfortable on. But the reason I'm not dedicating too much time right now in regards to Supercross practice is because I know that everything's going to be changing anyway with the new bikes release. Maybe I could do a little bit of practice on like the preview bikes that came out the other day. That could be a good shout. I'll do that at some point. Maybe I'll do a video, a little bit of a Supercross grind, see how it goes. So I am recording this on the 19th, which is when most of you should be seeing this. I'm recording this a couple hours before it goes up. But kind of sitting here thinking about it, I may have procrastinated a little bit because I'm basically going to be away from action unless I record videos or stream with my girlfriend when she gets here between the 23rd and about the 30th of December. So I need to start pre-recording, and I won't lie to you. As a creator, I feel like people don't mention this too much, is I don't know what to make content on right now. I wake up each morning and I'm kind of like scrambling a little bit and just kind of praying that some new tracks come out. So if there's anything, I would say stick to like the motocross side of things for now. But if there's any like kind of video concept that you would like to see, then do let me know. I mean, I can always go back to like, you know, giving head starts in videos and stuff. I feel like I've done that a bunch of times, or any challenges that you might have in mind could be a good shout as well. Yeah, I need to get ahead of the game. I have been slacking. Oh my god, time flies. You know, when you're doing nothing but procrastinating and grinding Modern Warfare 3 camos, which I have. When I say I've completed the MW3 camo grind, there's an asterisk next to it, because I've completed the main like Interstellar camo grind, which some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you have no idea. But then there's also a zombies camo grind as well, which I have not done. And then there is also one for getting all of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons like finished in that game as well for zombies, which I have also not done. So I'm kind of like a third of the way through, I guess. I mean, I am a big round-based zombies player. Like, I really enjoy the old school way of doing it. They've done it where it's more kind of open world / DMZ type gameplay these days, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't hate it by any means, but it just feels, in a way, it feels really weird to say this. It's very repetitive, but then that's exactly what round based is. So I don't understand why I like one more than the other. But yeah, I need to get in on that grind at some point. That'll probably be a New Year thing for me. But I'm not kind of half-arsing the camos either, because how it works is to get this mastery stuff done. There's like 36 guns, I think, or base guns that launch with Modern Warfare 3, and you need to complete all the camos on those. But I've actually got done 38 right now, and I think it will be 39 or 40 when I'm done, because I'm doing all of like the DLC stuff as well. I'm just going all the way across the board, absolutely everything, and I'm enjoying it, to be fair. I feel like the gunplay of Modern Warfare 3 is good. The only thing that lets the game down for me these days, mostly because I just like dooking on the newbies, is skill-based matchmaking. That's just ever since they like brought that into Call of Duty years ago, it's just never quite hit the same as it did for me when I was younger. So, but you know, you can't be too picky. The game is the game. It's skill-based matchmaking for everybody, and you just have to kind of adapt to it. But yeah, some games I'll like, let's say like they've got a shipment game mode, or like almost a shipment 24/7 game at the moment. Some games I'll get 100 kills and like 20 deaths. Some games I will get 40 kills and 60 deaths. Like, it's so all over the place, up and down, where it's constantly trying to like readjust your skill level to the people in the lobby. And I remember the good old days, like original Black Ops, for example, like just every single lobby just absolutely popping off because there was no skill-based matchmaking. You could just dookie on everybody that was worse than you, and that was a good time. That was fun as a kid, and I do miss that sort of thing. But then, to be fair, these days, I would say more than half of the community, where they're younger and they grew up playing things like Fortnite and their movement is just cracked and they're sliding and like reload cancelling all over the place, I'd probably get duked on just as hard as I used to do it to others back in the day. So maybe skill-based matchmaking is saving me a little bit. Who knows? Either way, I hate going like net neutral all the time. I hate having a good game and then getting punished for it in the next one, so on and so forth. A little bit off topic, who cares? Yeah, kind of getting there in the Call of Duty grinding so far. Give me some content ideas, by the way, for when the girlfriend's here. Like, unfortunately, MX Bikes is not split screen, and unfortunately, I do not have two computers that can both run away. I have two computers. I have this one, and then the old one is kind of up in the loft. You know, I've not used it since I've got this PC, but I don't have anywhere that I could then set the other one up to race against her, if that makes sense. But if you have any challenges, or if you just want to see me trying to teach her how to play the game a little bit again, then I'm more than open to do so. So yeah, I've got to do it. Oh god, I've got to do actually quite a bit of grinding over the next few days. I've been trying to up the streaming frequency recently. Just taking notes out of like Reaper's book, for example. I know he streams most weekdays, and I see how much effort he puts into things, and I really do need to up it a little bit. I tried uploading to TikTok last night as well, but for whatever reason, every time I'd go to upload it, it would finish uploading, and I'd have like the description and the tags and everything all sorted, and it wouldn't let me choose like a cover picture or press the post button. It would just stay black for like 20 minutes at a time. So I'm not sure if that's an issue with the video that I rendered out, if that's an issue with TikTok itself last night. I'll try again at some point today. But yeah, try and bang out some TikToks. I'm not going to bother with YouTube Shorts. It might sound money hungry, but they're really a waste of time, money-wise. They give you absolutely nothing monetary-wise. I think it's more for exposure than anything. And I feel like we're doing all right now. I don't feel like we need to kind of stress about the subscribers too much anymore. We've got a very solid community here, and the channel is just naturally growing each day anyway, which I'm very pleased for, so thank you to everybody. And yeah, if you are new, subscribe, why not? I post almost every single day. Almost. Keyword. Not every single day, almost every single day. Let's stop waffling. Let's talk about the track a little bit. I have not had any road on, so I can't tell you how the track erodes. But so far, it flows actually really nicely. There's one or two jumps that, if I was to actually engage my brain a little bit more and take notice of how fast I need to go, I could probably get them down within a couple of laps. But yeah, one or two jumps that are a little bit like difficult to time, just with how like steep the landings are. It doesn't give you much room for error at all. But hey, if that's the way the track is in real life, then I'm all for it. He does make some pretty decent replicas. Like it flows well. I could argue that it could be a little bit rougher. It's very smooth right now, as I just hit probably the biggest jump on the track going into that corner that sends me flying off the berm. Oh, my timing's impeccable sometimes, I swear. But yeah, it's like straights like this. This has got a couple of rollers on it. It'd be nice to kind of see that implemented all the way through the track. But it's very pretty. I do like the textures that he's using. Nothing looks like uniform. Like everything has its own little characteristics. It looks a little bit different, so nothing's quite samey. Yeah, this jump here, oh, really difficult to time. I'll get it down at some point. It's just harder because it's at the end of like a really long straight, so it's difficult to gauge your speed. You could always go like fully tryhard and put on the like speed on max HUD, so you can see how fast you're going, and you could work it out based on speed. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep things exactly how they are. It does look pretty, but obviously a lot of that is to do with the reshade settings that we got in as well. But that's how we advertised the track on his preview video, so that's exactly how I'm riding it. And I quite like these over-the-top settings every now and then. In a racing sense, it doesn't make sense to play the game like this because you just make things harder for yourself. It's harder to see the ruts and like kind of get a full lay of the land like properly than if your graphics settings are a little bit lower. But for single player stuff and testing, there's absolutely no reason why you can't play the game like this. I really like it. I've not got this as a preset. I've just pressed a bunch of random stuff until I found something that looks bright and in your face. So I don't have a link for you for reshade presets, and that's something I've always been confused by. And it's like people always ask like, what reshade package are you using? So I'm not. I just press buttons until you find something you like. Be an individual. Be a little bit unique. Oh my god! And I think with that final crash there, we've seen the track. I'm not going to go on a pit bike I just want to quickly see what the pit bike track entails. Which way does it go is the question. Let's just have a little quick ride around here. It goes this way, I believe. So let's try going left. Right, I've got to remember not to send these because they're little pit bike jumps. I'm not sure if this exists in real life, if it's like a little kids track, or if it is a pit bike track, or if it even exists at all. Maybe it's just something a little bit extra. Maybe he thought, you know what, we got some extra space around the outside of the circuit. Let's slap a tiny little extra track in here. It seems very straightforward. It's very easy. Although we are getting some speed going right now. Oh my lordy. I think this would be a track for like the smaller pit bikes rather than the faster ones, just with how small the jumps are. Oh, up and over that. I think I'm going the right way. I can't promise you that. I really can't. This hasn't got like its own separate timing gates or anything. This is just for a little bit of fun at the side. There you go. There's a lap of the pit bike track if you wanted to see that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If I could ask you to drop a like if you did, I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.